A lot of people don't know that Benjamin Netanyahu went to school basically in Philly. He went to Cheltenham High. All you got to do is look at the year that he went to school and look at who was in his class. It was niggas in his class, homie. If you look at the secret black society of Philadelphia, they have formed in the 1800s. They were some of the most richest and powerful people on the planet, right here in Philly. That's why Trump said, man, bad things happen in Philly, because it's a lot of black people that got long money that's basically on the dark side. They don't give a fuck long as they can make some money, because everything takes funding, homie. You need some money to make shit happen. And a lot of times when you talk about Israel, you talk about the Jews, they were fucked up for years. They didn't have no fucking money. Somebody funded them and that shit they was doing with the blackmail and all that. Because it's just like we see now. They always end up getting dead broke doing the dumb shit they do. The Zionists. They not no real motherfucking Jews, but they run with that banner because they know about the Hebrews and the original man. The secret black society of Philly. These niggas own everything, homie. I'm telling you. If you look at that video, I put it down on this page. Listen to what they say. A lot of this shit in Philadelphia, they was behind the scenes making shit happen. I always say tomorrow came yesterday, homie. And it ain't nothing moving on the planet without these niggas being involved. Believe it or not. So when you look at your imams, your pastors, and all the dumb shit with the satanic rap, it's some niggas involved that co-signed to say, yeah, let that shit happen. Let's make that shit happen. Let's make them niggas look bad. Because that's how they stay in power. See, everybody needs somebody to spit on. Everybody needs somebody that they believe needs them. See, because it don't matter how much money you got once you get the money. That shit don't mean nothing. When you look at social media and you see OnlyFans, and then you see people online with their families and talk about the things they trying to do in life, all that shit is frowned upon. And I said something about the Stargate and the shit that's going on over in Iran. And you know, a lot of people, they can't think outside the box. They only believe what they told. But it's a lot of shit to behold in this game called life, homie. It's a lot of beautiful things to behold, just like it's wicked things. And look at Trump. He's trying to parlay both sides against the middle. Because he needed Iran to do that. Because the Jews got him by the hand. You see his fine ass daughter? What's she doing with Jared Kushner? He looked like a creep, a pedophile. But he had to surrender his daughter to him to make his plan work. See, they playing superpower chess, not checkers, and they don't give a fuck about nobody. Because everybody's trying to stay in control. But when you think about Black Philadelphia and all the things, man, when you just go back in time, if you really Google what was going on around here, like I said, from the expressway all the way down to I-95, where I was living at, where I was born at, the 700 block of Warnock Street. That's one block from South, like 4 blocks from Center City. Blacks owned everything on Lombard Street, where my grandfolks lived at. We was in on everything. But it was like the spook that sat by the door, a mole. That's why when I say the shit I be saying, niggas can't argue what I'm saying. Because I lived it, homie. I'm a 60s baby. And I was forced to pay attention. Because I didn't have no room for error in my life. I ain't had no room. So I paid attention. And I appreciated all the knowledge that was bestowed upon me from my elders. That's why your elders are so important, homie. Y'all running from y'all elders, from y'all dads. You gonna need your motherfucking father. Cause your mother can't save you, you stupid motherfuckers. You gonna need your dads. But it's sad because niggas don't understand. Why you think they push that agenda to turn your daughter into a bulldagger, turn your son into a punk? Because they don't want them to understand who they really are. See, everything is based on participation or the lack thereof. What do you believe in, homie? Trump said bad things happen in Philly. He know. He trying to save his ass. Them Iranians ain't playing, dog. They the keepers of that motherfucking Stargate. That's why they had that. You see that fucking, the weapons they got? Them weapons come from another dimension. Not to mention, everything can go up in smoke. Everything, homie. We could lose our motherfucking life tomorrow, dog. You don't know. That's why I say you ain't lived until you prepared to die. I'm thinking about California. I went out there to see Rich Paul, and I never forget, his office is like in Beverly Hills, because I stayed at the Beverly Hills Hotel. And I remember across the street from his park, I looked, and it's a park, and they got all these fucking Israeli flags, like white and blue flags everywhere. And where his office is at, right next door, the building next door is Live Nation. And you know, Live Nation used to be Clear Channel. And they the ones that drove the market to do what they doing with music, to change the frequency. Remember all the love music we used to have? Remember that? All the male groups, all the female groups, the individual singers. Look at how the ones we can remember died in tragedy, like the Whitney Houston. Even with Luther Vandross, they said they gave him AIDS. Just think about it. Anything that was black and that was successful, they tried to destroy. Look at Will Smith, man. Good dude. Caught all the fuck up. Look at P. Diddy. Certain things speak for itself. I just been fortunate to live long enough and to pay attention enough to witness it and see it. And I think about when I was out Vegas and we were supposed to go to this other party. It was me, Gloria, that's LeBron's mom, LeBron and Savannah. Matter of fact, Savannah was pregnant with her second son, with Bryce. It was Jay-Z and Beyonce, and it was Rich. And they was like, Reed, you got to come to this party with us. Because they was waiting for me. And I was like, for what? They was like, man, because I was supposed to do something with Rich and them, and Rich kind of fleed me. He lied to me. And I was like, you rotten motherfucker, I'm going to see you in Vegas. So he was like, no, I'm going to hook you up and plug you up with the people. And I never went to that meeting. Every time it was a time for me to go meet them motherfuckers, I ain't never go meet them. I was like, man, I don't need to meet them motherfuckers. I'm my own boss. True story. Swear to God on my dead mother, homie. And when I think about all that shit and all the images throughout the years I have seen and the shit I'm witnessing now, that's why I say, homie, tomorrow came yesterday and you control your own destiny. Trust me. It's up to you to figure out what you need to do for you. Fuck, don't get caught up in the hype and all that clout shit. That shit means absolutely nothing, homie. It's all about what you do and what you pay attention to in your world and your dimension. Because a lot of this shit could be a figment of your imagination, homie. But we see what's going down. I guess Trump said, man, I hope Iran wipe them motherfucking Jews out so they'll kill them and I ain't got to worry about that Epstein shit. And even if I got to plead out to some of that shit, even though that shit, they say that shit all over the internet. With Hillary and them killing them babies and doing all them sacrifices. It's a lot of niggas involved. Going back to the secret black society of Philadelphia. Look at them kids that was in Netanyahu class when he went to Cheltenham High. It's some high-ranking black officials that he went to school with, as in college too. Because anything they do, they have the niggas involved. Because they know they need the niggas to co-sign it to make it work. The same thing with this war, homie. Trust me when I tell you. Just pay attention, homie. A lot of shit speak for itself. It's amazing that I lived it. And I'm like, damn, dog. What kind of shit is this? But this is life. Life is real. Is real. Life is real.